Writing is a delivery system for oral language and has been one of the most influential and important inventions worldwide. Throughout history, writing has had a profound impact on the human race and has become a social and cultural practice in most societies today. Children use writing as a tool for various activities, such as writing summaries, taking notes, and categorizing ideas. That's why it is important to develop writing skills until fluency is achieved. This presentation will examine the principles underpinning the acquisition of writing skills, consider how an educator's assessment of children's writing can influence further teaching, and discuss the strategies for teaching children to write in the classroom. Tompkins suggests 8 principles underpin the acquisition of writing skills and believes the main goal of writing instruction is ensuring all children achieve their full potential. The 8 principles are interrelated and independent. Some relate to the learning environment, while others outline the process of teaching and learning. Each principle has a direct influence on the development and achievement of writing skills. The first principle, discussed by Tompkins, understand how children learn, believes that instruction should be a balance between teacher-centered and student-centered theories, also known as behaviorism and constructivism. The second principle supports the use of the cueing system. The cueing system includes the phonological, synthetic, semantic, pragmatic, and paralinguistic systems. Together these systems make meaning, and all 5 may be used simultaneously as you write. The phonological system is important for beginning writers as they learn to associate sounds with letters. The synthetic system is used to combine words to form sentences, while the semantic system focuses on making meaning out of ordinary words. The pragmatic system assists in the way writing is conveyed according to the purpose, and the paralinguistic system supports the elements outside the actual language, such as punctuation, font, and layout, which contribute to the meaning of the writing. The third principle discussed by Tompkins, create a community of learners, emphasizes the importance of creating a classroom that is safe and respectable, as the community created in the classroom by students and teachers strongly influences the learning that takes place. A classroom that displays these qualities motivates students to learn and become actively involved and engaged in writing activities. Principle 4, adopt a balanced approach to instruction, suggests that combining split instruction, guided practice, collaborative learning, and independent writing is effective in achieving writing skills. Principle 5, scaffold students' reading, writing, viewing, speaking, and listening, describes how educators should scaffold students' writing as they guide and teach. It outlines 5 levels of support an educator should use to support the acquisition of writing skills. The 5 levels of support are modelled, shared, interactive, guided, and independent. As a student demonstrates competency, less support is required. All 5 levels of support are used in primary school. For example, when an educator introduces a writing approach, they use modelled support by modelling how to use it. Shared support is then demonstrated by creating a text together while the student observes the teacher writing. Interactive support is then displayed by having the student become more actively involved in the writing process. When the students are required to practice the approach that has been introduced, guided support is used, slowly giving the student more responsibilities. Once students are able to apply the strategy easily, independent support is shown. Principle 6, organise for language, literature, and literacy instruction, suggests that there are numerous strategies that can assist in the acquisition of writing skills. However, there is no single strategy that represents the best approach. Educators need to develop their own methods that fit each student's needs. Principle 7, link instruction and assessment, emphasises the importance of classroom assessments to monitor students' writing progress in order to identify students' achievement levels and determine ways to assist each student. The last principle outlined by Tompkins, Principle 8, become partners with parents, highlights the importance of a collaborative relationship an educator should have with parents, so they can work together and meet children's needs more effectively. Other principles underpinning the acquisition of writing are discussed by Jewell and suggest learning to write is an important part of becoming literate and is a process that develops throughout life. Development begins in early childhood, and children move through 3 developmental stages: emergent, beginning, and fluent. Emergent literacy is the first stage children enter to develop writing skills. Activities that involve modelled and shared writing are useful at this stage as they demonstrate what writers do. Beginning is the second phase a child enters. During this stage, children learn phonics skills, use capital letters, punctuation marks, and spell numerous high-frequency words. Modelled and independent reading activities are used at this stage. However, guided and interactive activities are more beneficial, as this allows the teacher to scaffold children and provide skill instruction and assess each child's comprehension. Fluent is the final stage in the writing development. At this stage, children are able to use the writing process to write drafts. Observing children and keeping records will assist an educator in determining what stage a student is in and what areas they require assistance. Furthermore, Tompkins suggests the writing process occurs in 5 stages and describes what students think and do as they write. Pre-writing is the first stage in this process, where students choose a topic, gather and organise ideas. This stage is considered to be a crucial stage to the writing process. Drafting is the second stage to the writing process. At this stage, students put their ideas on paper and write their first draft, with ideas they have developed through the pre-writing stage. Drafts are usually messy with crossed out words and lines as they think of an improved way to express their ideas. Revising is the third stage a child enters and involves 3 steps, which include rereading the draft, sharing the writing draft with a group, and revising on the basis of feedback by adding, subtracting, and rearranging material. The fourth stage in the writing process is known as editing. This process involves reviewing, revising, and rewriting the piece of writing. Deleting unnecessary information, changing and rearranging the information to improve meaning, and adding information for clarification are all carried out at this stage. Proofreading is also completed, where the student checks for spelling, punctuation, and grammar errors. However, the difference between proofreading and editing needs to be made clear at this stage. The final stage to the writing process is publishing. At this stage, the final copy is written and shared with classmates, teachers, parents, and the community. According to Weber, publication encourages students to continue writing and improves the quality of it through revising and editing. Assessments and evaluation of children's writing is essential in determining whether or not goals for education are met and each child's needs are addressed. Formative assessments are regular classroom assessments of students' progress and are used to identify learning needs. Formative assessments of children's writing influence further teaching, as they allow the educator to assess each child's needs and adjust their teaching methods appropriately. Assessments and evaluation of a student's writing can be carried out in many ways. Monitoring each student's writing by observation, keeping running records, conferences, student work samples, rubrics, and classroom tests allow an educator to document each student's progress and determine which practices and processes are most effective. Classroom assessments are linked to instruction, as educators use assessment results to inform their teaching. It is vital to assist learners by planning lessons and assessments that equally assess each student's learning and accommodate for the diverse needs of all students. Therefore, by using assessments and evaluations in the classroom, educators can determine the effectiveness of their instruction and teaching strategies and consider how they can improve their teaching to ensure students achieve fluency in writing. After learning about the principles and processes underpinning the acquisition of writing skills, it is evident to become an effective teacher in writing, an educator must have a broad understanding in all areas of literacy. To maximise students' interest in writing, a safe and supportive classroom environment which promotes a variety of resources should be created. Implementing writing workshops will assist in motivating students as they allow children to make choices and work independently. By adopting a balanced approach that reflects teacher-centred and student-centred approaches, literacy instruction will improve. Providing students with regular opportunities to develop their writing skills by encouraging interest in the use of meaning of new words, reading and writing, with and to students, and developing knowledge and application of grammar in practical and creative methods will assist educators in becoming effective teachers of writing.